Greetings.
Okay.
My name is Ben, aka Downsize It, and I am joined by Social General Rob. And for this Fat Rep, we are continuing our subscriber versus subscriber week. If you haven't seen it already, earlier in the week, the game with Robbie at Gear, which was a subscriber versus subscriber, we're doing it again. So this week will just be the two Fat Reps are subscribers going head to head. So Rob is fielding a list submitted by Northern Hero specifically for him to run.
Yep.
And I believe he actually mentioned he designed it specifically so Rob can kick my butt. And it is going to be very difficult for me to go against this. It's going to be a triple salvo Starhawk.
You'll be fine, come on.
And spoilers, if you guys have not seen the match I had with Robbie, that was a double Starhawk list, all triple salvos. We're just featuring Starhawks all week this week. And
Starhawk week.
The Starhawk week. And even more spoilers if you guys watch that all the way to the end. Robbie and I were talking about a way we might modify the double Starhawk list. And this is very close to what we were talking about.
Really? Okay.
And it's just coincidence. This happened because obviously Northern Hero and the Mark Salmon submitted the double Starhawk list in the last Fat Rep. They actually kind of came in at the same time.
Wow.
So I think it was interesting that we had two. And the way that Robbie and I didn't even look at this list when I was talking before my Bat Rep with Robbie. And when then I looked at it to get it ready for Robbie, I was like, wow, this is actually almost what Robbie and I were talking about. To maybe modify that one to make it even more scary.
So you guys are thinking along the same route?
Yes. Yeah. So this is going to be scary and going to be challenging. As you guys know, Starhawks are challenging no matter what, but triple salvo is just even more so. But the list I'm bringing today was submitted by James Miracle, and he calls it his Ozzel Death Squad.
Ooh.
And as you can notice on the screen, you'll see it when I go over the fleets in mission, which is coming up next, but you will see it just on the screen here. These fleets are very well mirrored.
Yes.
Both fleets are bringing the prime flagships. We have Starhawk Mark II,
Yes.
Imperial 2 Star Destroyer. There are two fast attack ships, two CR-90s, two Raiders, and one flotilla each, and some squads. So these are actually very well mirrored fleets. I have 5 squads, one more squad.
Well, that's the only difference.
Yeah, so these are actually very mirrored, and it was not intended that way.
No.
And I only realized that they're going to be mirrored whenever I was on the way over here when I picked this one to be the one to go up against Northern Heroes, and I was like, wait a minute, these are actually almost exactly mirrored. So
that's going to be an interesting battle.
Yeah, this is going to be a very interesting battle.
Yeah.
And I'm just going to say for my part, it's going to be a very scary battle because I don't know if you guys saw the Bat Rep a couple weeks ago when I had 2 ISC2s and a Starhawk one-shot at double arc shot at both of them. I only have one now, so it's just going to be I have to be very careful with my position and maneuvering.
Just come at me.
And yeah, we're not doing that this time. We did that last time and that was a mistake. So we're gonna have to be very strategic. But we will see who can come out on top. Is it going to be Northern Hero or James Miracle in our subscriber feature week that we've been doing?
Yep.
So coming up next, we'll go over the fleets. You guys can see how these have been built and put together by both of our subscribers. And then Rob and I will discuss the fleets in our deployment in the pregame interview as you watch our deployment in a sped up overlay right about here. So, coming up next, fleets and mission. For the Imperial fleet, submitted by James Miracle, which he calls his Ozzel Death Squad, we have Admiral Ozzel on an Imperial 2 Star Destroyer with Emperor Palpatine, gunnery teams, reactive gunnery, and XI-7 turbo lasers. Iden Versio on the Corvus as a Raider 1 with ordnance experts and external racks. Agent Callus on the Instigator on a Raider 1 with ordnance experts. And Instructor Gorin on a Gazanti cruiser with munitions resupply and a reserve hangar deck. For Imperial squadrons, we have Suntir Fel, Dengar, Mauler Mythal, Darth Vader, and 1 TIE Interceptor squadron. For the Rebel fleet, submitted by Northern Hero, we have Kyrsta Agate on the Unity as a Starhawk Battleship Mark II with Major Derlin, Ramus Antilles, local fire control, flat guns, and spinal armament. 2 TRC-90s, the classics, and a GR-75 medium transport with flight commander and expanded hangar bay. For Rebels, we have Jan Ors, a YT-2400, and 2 X-Wing squadrons. For missions, the fleet submitted by James Miracle came in just under Northern Heroes, and I chose to go first, thinking that being first player might give me an advantage against a Starhawk. So I had to pick from Northern Heroes missions, which were Most Wanted, Fire Lanes, and Solar Corona. And I chose Fire Lanes, one, because it's a mission we've never done before, and two, I thought it would be the least punishing to go against this Starhawk build. And how Fire Lanes works is after obstacles are placed, Rob is going to place all 3 objective tokens in the setup area, and then I get to move them distance 1 to 2 of their current position. And then at the end of every round, we tally up the number of damage dice on the battery armaments of every ship, and whoever has the most on each token gets a victory token worth 15 points. It is a little confusing, but you measure arcs, angles, obstruction, etc., and ranges, and whoever has the most firepower on each objective token at the end of every round gets that token. However, if you overlap a token with a ship or a squadron, your opponent automatically gets the victory token. So, coming up next, Rob and I will be discussing these 2 subscriber fleets and our strategies with them as you see our deployment on a sped up overlay.
Okay, so now that you have seen the fleet compositions and the mission that we're playing, Fire Lanes, which none of us have done before, you guys will start seeing our deployment and setup here and where everything's going. And while that's happening, Rob, why don't you go and discuss your thoughts behind this list that Northern Hero submitted, and your strategies in using it and for this mission, etc.
Well, Northern Hero, you did a great job. I mean, I love the Starhawk, and getting it 3 salvos is going to be fun.
Not for me. It'll be fun for Rob.
Well, you might say otherwise in a few minutes.
Yeah.
And then put Major Derlin on it. I mean, come on, that's even better. With Ramus, I mean, and Unity and Kyrsta Agate. I mean, come on, this is just going to be awesome. And then we had 2 CR90s with TRCs.
Classic.
The classic ones.
Yep, the classic TRC.
Speed of death, speed of death. The GR-75 with the flight commander and expanded hangar bays to help move around the 3 ships, 3 fighters I need. The YT's rogue, luckily.
Yep.
And
you got good efficiency on your squadron.
Yeah. So to me, when I read this, looked at the list, it looked like you basically wanted your squads to defend your ships. They were not meant to go out there and annihilate his fleet, annihilate his fighters, but they're meant to actually be a defense. If I'm wrong, let me know.
I think that's fair because of what Jan does, basically letting regular squads use her brace. So,
yeah. So
it seems like they have to
keep waiting bombers and such.
But if you get the opportunity, your X-Wings are bombers.
Right.
So you can throw some dice if I'll let you get that opportunity.
I hope you do.
I hope you don't. I don't. My plan is not. Vader will be very displeased. He's out here commanding the squads himself.
We wouldn't make him go back on the hangar deck.
Yeah.
So the 2 CR-90s are going to be the harassers. They're going to move around. I'll have to see exactly where I'm going to go. I'm not quite sure yet. Because he's got 2 raiders over there. So
it's interesting, the mirror.
Yeah, the mirror is really going to be interesting.
Raiders or CR-90s, houses, who's going to come out on top? Your long range attack, I need to get in close because I throw black dice, you throw red dice. So it's going to be an interesting.
So it's going to be an interesting way we're going to be maneuvering on both our ships. Because I don't want to get close and you do want to get close.
Yes.
So we'll see with that. My basic strategy on this thing is try to get you to come closer to me, which is not going to be easy.
I need to.
You need
Because
to, but
You guys might see this by now where the fire lane
right.
stuff
That's
is
what I'm
set
talking
up.
about. Fire line, yeah.
I need to get close because right now you're going to be, first round, you're going to be getting most likely, no way I can stop at 45 points.
Yeah.
And I'll just let you guys know now, I started all my ships, my Gazantes at speed 1, but my Raiders are at 3, my Star Destroyers at 2, but with Ozzel I can change it as at will.
Right.
I'm probably going to come in hard and fast, mainly so I can at least round 2 start contesting those fire lanes, so you don't just run away with points for the opening of the game. But I have to be careful because I don't want to get too close to that Starhawk too fast. So it's going to be
it's kind of an interesting game.
and Rob's slow rolling. He's speed 2 with everybody, 1 with the
GR.
75. So he'll be able to get nice and nuzzled up next to those fire lanes with his Starhawk.
Yep.
And that's a lot of dice I'm going to have to contend with. That he can just beat me on just by being a Starhawk. So
it's basically going to be a brick wall, as it's been called, and then this CR90s, we'll see what they can do. It depends on what he's going to be doing with. I'm going to be watching the Imperial over there, Star Destroyer, and seeing where that's going, how he's going to move it, and the CR90s might be the ones that actually work on it.
Yeah.
So I mean,
but you're also deterred because James Miracle put reactive gunnery.
Yes.
Which means that I can only do it once because it's an exhaust reactive gunnery is, but I can choose one of my defense tokens to turn into a salvo.
Right.
And
but
an Imperial 2 gets 2 blue and a red. So that could be something where Sierra Nami might not want to have that coming back at him.
That is true.
And having to spend a token to shoot at me because Palpatine's on board.
That is the big one.
Doing his Sith battle meditation to cause fear in the fleets of the rebels.
So Northern Hero, you have now met. Actually, this looks like you said earlier. It's a mirror.
It's a very mirror match because I don't want to shoot the Starhawk.
No,
you don't want to shoot my Star Destroyer because of Palpatine. So
exactly.
It's an interesting mirror.
Yeah, it is.
Working
So we
together.
have to see how this is going to work out. I'm not quite sure.
So mine was for sure. I kind of knew I was going to go where Rob decided to place the fire lanes, mainly because once we fully discussed and figured out how this mission works, I've seen it a couple of times on bat reps where it might not be the fun way to play, spreading them around. The people usually just cluster them in one spot, so you can easily get the 45 points. So that's what we just did today, just to make it easy, and also that's the smart thing to do. I have to come at Rob Starhawk. The challenge. Nobody's gonna run away with it. So I used Corvus, kind of as a decoy, to angle Rob over here, and then I was able to redeploy over here so that she wasn't over there by herself. That's what I like about Corvus. Use it as a decoy. And my squads are gonna do a lot of work. I'm expecting to lose a lot, and I think a lot of squads, but I think I need them to drop their squads good, which they can. I mean, I've got Vader, I've got Cincture, I've got Mauler Mythal. It is an absolutely nasty squadron ball that James put together. But I need your squads to drop quick because I'm going to need their help. Even though I don't have bombers, just throwing even plink damage at your Starhawk. I got to do, and maybe force you to spend a salvo on a flak that you're then not going to be spending when I attack you with my Star Destroyer type thing. It's just I need to.
Or your Raiders.
Or my Raiders. So I'm going to need to do a combination of bee stings from the squads, minor plink damage from the Raiders, and the big hits from the because I don't know if I can win if I don't drop the Starhawk, because I think realistically you're going to get at least 2 turns of 45 points. You're going to start off with 90 points by the time we get to turn 3 that I don't think I can do anything about. So I think I have to drop the Starhawk.
I think I'm going to have to drop your ISP too.
Yeah. Well,
just to ensure it.
Just to ensure it. Yeah. But you might not. You could even just ignore it. Because if your Starhawk doesn't die, I don't think I'm going to be able to contest your fire lanes.
Right.
And if you just kill my Raiders and my squads, and even if I kill your CR90s and your squads, you're going to be so far ahead on points from the mission. It's some missions. You want to just ignore the Starhawk.
Yes.
Don't even try to kill it because you're not, and just try to play the mission. Right. This one, I don't know if I can just play the mission because even though I have an ISD2, your Starhawk matches me. Yeah. Firepower wise, dice wise. And like I said, I think the first 2 turns you're going to be getting 90 points. It's going to be a lot for me to make up. So I think I have to try to go for the Starhawk. But I have to be smart about it. I can't just run right at you and let you double arc me
No.
like I did last time.
We just keep bumping into each other.
Taking a double arc from a Starhawk twice is not fun. I don't want to do that ever again. So this is going to be rather challenging, and but it's going to be interesting for both sides. Yeah, because Rob also has to be careful not to run over his fire lanes.
Right.
Because that's one of the interesting rule that if you run over it with the shipper squad, any of the tokens, the opponent automatically gets the victory token.
Right.
So.
So I have to watch that.
So Rob just wants to kind of like get close and just like maybe orbit.
Right.
Anyway,
not speed zero.
Yeah, not speed zero. Where you could be speed zero. That'd be great.
Yeah, you would love that.
Don't need to use your salvo.
Yeah. No. Or anything else.
Yeah. So this is going to be a very interesting game, I think. Positioning, and I know what my goal is. I mean, I'm telling you now, but it's kind of obvious. I have to kill a Starhawk for me to have a chance. I think, just for pure points wise. Killing everything else and just letting it go to points, Rob will win, I think, because they'll have the advantage early on. So, yeah, I gotta try to drop this Starhawk. And as you guys have seen on many bat-rips on our channel, it is hard to drop a Starhawk.
But possible.
It's possible. Not impossible.
You have done
just very, very difficult. So, we'll see if I can pull it off here.
Yep.
So, again, before we start, thanks for Northern Hero.
Yes. Thank you.
For the Rebellion, James Miracle for the Empire, Grudge Match. I don't even know each other. Grudge Match that we're just making up for you guys. Who will come out
Rebel
on top?
Imperial Grudge Match.
Yeah, Rebel Imperial Grudge Match.
Yeah,
Who will come out on top in this subscriber fleet? We'll be back at the start of round 1. Hey, here we are at the start of round 1. Ozzel in command of his Star Destroyer, but also really nervous because Palpatine's on board. And Vader's in the area out commanding squads, and Ozzel is, kind of nervous having all these guys around. But Kyrsta and the Unity, mighty Starhawk battleship, is ready and waiting. And they've got their targeting beacon set, ready to rain down on their fire lanes and score those points. And the Imperials outmaneuver him, and as I said in the pregame, destroy the Starhawk, which I think that might be my only chance to get the points needed. Now, one thing I want to discuss before we get started, because I looked it up, because I was curious about an interaction with Palpatine and Salvo. This is the first time we've experienced this, Rob and I. Now, this might not be, something that's unique for people. Maybe this has already been discussed. But with the wording with Palpatine, the wording with Salvo, and the wording with how an attack sequence works, Rob and I think that Palpatine also triggers off Salvo attacks. Because Palpatine says when you're declared the target of an attack, the attacker has to spend a defense token. When you spend a salvo, it's considered an attack. It says that you're making an attack. And then we looked up attack, and the very first line in the attack sequence is you have to declare a target. So even though you're salvoing back at someone that attacked you, you still are technically declaring them then a target of your salvo attack. So I think that is the correct interpretation. That's where we're going to play it, which is also, this is an interesting counter to a heavy salvo ship like this, having Palpatine. So it'd be interesting choices Rob's going to have to make. When I start attacking with the Star Destroyer, he wants to salvo me. Not only does he have to spend a salvo, he'll have to spend another defense token to attack Palpatine with that salvo. So I just wanted to get that out of the way at the start. Now, if we've interpreted that incorrectly, I don't think we did. I looked through all the rules reference. There's no FAQs, nothing else to specify it out, and that's just going on the wording of the cards and the rules behind salvo and the rules behind the attack sequence. But if we did get that wrong, if there's clarification out there by the developers or someone else, let us know if that's incorrect. But I think it's right, and I think that would be an interesting thing for Imperial players to keep in mind. If you want to be able to defend yourself against heavy salvo fleets, bring Palpatine. So, with that extended preamble and explanation out of the way, I'm sure Rob's ready to get on with it.
Yes, I am. Let's do this.
Alright, we will be beginning with my first activation as I am first player.
Okay, we are going to start with my Agate. It is an engineering taking a token, and that token is just going to be to refresh what I'm spending now, which is munitions resupply. I'm distributing a Confire token to both my Raiders and to the Imperial 2 Star Destroyer. And then moving forward at speed 1. If I can avoid knocking everything every which way.
The GR-75 is moving up first. It is a squadron dial. I'll be taking the token. And I'm going to be moving up straight, just going one, cautiously with the Royal Fighters there.
Okay, going with Iden on the Corvus. It is a Navigate. Using that or Ozzel to go up to 4. It would be interesting for me to figure out how best to use Ozzel here, since I like to play navs anyway. But I like getting the extra clicks from the nav dial, so I think I might combo it. And I did get an extra click at the 1 here for this maneuver.
Alright, the marked CR-90. Well, it's a Navigate dial. I'll be taking the token. And I'll be taking a click at the 1, and then 2 clicks at the 2.
1 click.
1 click at 2, sorry.
Okay, Ozzel, revealing an engineering, taking a token, and then using Ozzel's ability to speed up to 3. Do a little side drink like so.
Okay, the unmarked CR-90. It's a Navigate dial. I will be taking the token, and I'll just move straight ahead to.
Okay, going with Agent Callus on the Instigator. It is a nav, and either that or Ozzel speeding up. I'm not taking a token because I want to keep my Confire token. I don't want to swap them out. And going speed 4, getting up in range of these tokens is not going to do me any good, I don't think. But we'll see when we do the final measurements. But I'm pretty sure Rob's going to blow me out of the water with his Starhawk as far as tallying up the points on that.
Alright, now the Starhawk goes. It's a navigation dial, which I'll be taking the token, just as a token for now. And I'll be moving 2, but I'm doing a little bit of a giant here. I'm trying to get double arc on those tokens. And I might get 1 if I'm lucky. It's the best I can see at the moment.
So, we are technically the 7's at the end. You still have to move squads, but it's not going to matter. Looks like you did not get the double arc, but I don't think you need it. So, well, count up the points right now, actually. So, my Raider was able to double arc this one. So I'm getting 6 dice from the Raider. And then 4 dice from the Raider on these ones. Plus, I'm in long range from my Star Destroyer. I'm sure you guys can actually see that. On all 3. So I'm getting 8 dice on these 2 and 10 dice on this one. Now, Rob's CR-90 here is obstructed. He's not in medium range, so his red dice cancel out. But he's at medium range here with the Corvette. So even with the obstruction, he's still getting 3 based on the arcs that are going here. And Rob is getting 8 dice out the front because he's now in close range. Plus spinal, so 9. So he does beat me out on all 3, just barely. I was trying to steal it from him. But Rob is going to get 3 victory tokens. So 45 points to Rob for round 1. And we will move squads off screen, and I'll show you where they went at the start of round 2. Alright. Round 2. Darth Vader has led his Imperial squadrons just into this asteroid field to stage and wait. Callus is also nearby, an anti-squad loadout for his Raider. But the danger here, of course, is always the Starhawk. We have Jan and an X-Wing on the left, another X-Wing in the YT-2400, a random scoundrel decided to come in and help the rebels. I think there is going to be some fireworks going off this round. We both closed distance pretty quick. And not going to have to wait before shots start getting fired. Okay. Going with the Agate with the Constructor Gorn and a squadron, taking a token. Not ready to activate and start doing anything yet. I think I'm going to turn slightly here. Start angling into where the primary battle is going to be.
Okay, I'll be moving the marked CR-90. First of all, we had 2 shots coming out here. We got 1 coming out each raider. One out the front to his front, and out my side to his side. There'll be 1 red die each because of.
This one's obstructed. Yeah. As an engineering dial, chose not to use it. Rob just forgot about how tokens interacted with the timing. So you guys know, when you reveal a dial, that's when you have to decide to take the token. You can't spend the nav token to speed up or slow down, and then so. But we got a couple pot shots. Just start reaching out, maybe
Touching someone
and making me spend some evades, that kind of thing. So, all right, we'll say items, defense tokens are on the left, calluses are on the right. Who do you want to shoot at first?
I'm gonna shoot Callus.
Callus, side to side. It's a double. Cancel it. Making me spend it. And then the front to front. And accuracy. Did you want to spend an evade to TRC that? To a double. Basically making me spend my evade.
Right. Yes, I will, actually.
Yep, so TRC, and then I will cancel that with the evade. Some dueling going on here.
Okay, we're going to be moving at 2. We're going to stay at 2. I've clicked at the 1 right there, as you can see, that it turn in, and then I clicked at the 2. Turn up just a little bit. And,
okay, we're going to go with Iden on the Corvus. It is a navigate again. I'm just using it for the click, getting it at the 1, and I was a little bit out of blue range, so no shots, but we're loading torpedo bays. Prepped for next round. Facing off against these pretentious blockade runners of the Carillions.
Alright, next is the unmarked CR90. And it'll be doing a firing, it's a concentrated fire dial, which I will be using. And it's firing into Callus's radar there. Firing right into the front.
So be front to front, it is obstructed. Front to side would also be obstructed. Was it curious? And also just, you guys can see here, he was in range, side arc into Iden, but we measured it. He is equipping his own ship, so obstructed, so no shot, because 1 red. Same thing with the side shot into Callus, no shot because of just 1 red being obstructed. So we got front to front, coming in. Okay, start with 1 red. Hit, and then concentrate fire in the red. Yep. And accuracy. It's actually. And you have not used your TRCs on this one yet, so you can turn that single into a double and keep the accuracy if you want.
I will do that actually. I will try.
Okay. And what do you want to lock down?
I'm going to lock down your green evade.
Yep, so if I want to get rid of it, I have to burn. I don't know if I want to be burning evades yet, so I'm just going to brace to 1 and take 1 on the front shield. That's actually about as best as you can hope for. That kind of shot.
Okay, so now we're doing a movement. So I'm using the. I'm going to move forward too.
Yeah, not using his token, staying at 2. There's a lot of bad decisions. This was a lot of hard calls that I've had to think about, and just none of them were good. This CR90 is in a bad spot.
Yep.
And you guys can't really see on the screen, but that's why. Okay, so I am going to go with Ozzel on the Star Destroyer. I'll be spending my Confire token that I got from last turn on the munitions resupply to Gunnery Team. So first I got barely with the millimeters, cardboard to cardboard, obstructed shot into Corvette number 1. And then another shot front to front, and it is barely within millimeters out of medium range, so it will be long range. Just millimeters measurements going on with these 2 shots, but they're both do come out to be long range. 1 obstructed, 1 not. Okay, both of these Corvettes have not taken any damage yet. We have the unmarked defense tokens and the marked defense tokens. We will do the marked one first. This is the one that's in the face of Iden. So it's going to be 4 red, and -1 because obstructed, so 3 red. And I will be spending my Confire token on this to make sure I can activate Gunnery Teams. Actually, I'm happy with that. I don't really want to reroll, but so this is the marked one. I will be using that. Sure, why not? I'll use the Confire token, maybe get a double. Why not? Let's try it. No, but it's a blank. It's fine. Should have just spent it with no effect. Because you can do that. You can spend it and have no effect. That's what I should have done. But it's alright. Stopping green evade, taking a crit onto the side.
So I will
Redirect?
Redirect.
Front or back? Yep.
One to the back.
Okay, so rear shield's down. I'm sure he does not want to take off his front shields because he's about to take a torpedo hit next turn.
Yes.
Alright, so now for the clear shot into the unmarked. So 4 reds. Just out of ion cannon range. No blue dice. Alright. Not bad, but the other 2 are blank. So it is long range. Yep, you can spend this green one, cancel one of them, or burn it to cancel 2. So canceling 1 at least.
So I'm going to redirect and take 1 shield off each side.
You can only redirect to one side.
Okay.
Because you don't have base reactors.
My on the starboard. Sorry.
So both down?
Yeah.
So shields down on the starboard side. Alrighty. That was actually not a terrible shot, considering shooting long range at CR90s. Alright, whether by Ozzel or whether by nav command, I'm dropping to 2. Not doing any turning. It's interesting with this mission. You want to try to get double arcs with your big ships on these tokens. And my best chance, I think, is going straight. I'll measure it at the end to see if I got any double arc with my battery armaments. And I'm within medium range now, so I can get my full benefits from my ISD-2, trying to get these fire lanes under control.
Alright, so it is a focus fire dial. And I am focusing for it's a double arc shot on Callus's ship right there. The Mars Raider.
Long range for both, but this is not going to be good. Callus has 1 shield left on the front because I did have to take 1. So we'll see if I can survive this. Even though it's long range, it's still going to hurt. Alright, which one do you want first? The side or the front?
Let's go frontal shot first, please.
Alright, so that's going to be 4 reds plus 1 for spinal. Into my front. Long range. Pretty mediocre. I'm happy with that. So, did you want to do your con fire? If you do it, you have to do the token and dial at the same time. You got the token from Ramus.
Right, I will do that.
Alright, so adding in a red. Oh, wow, your dice have not. And then you get to reroll 1 with the token.
1 with blanks, please.
Yep. I don't think you have any. Wow, another blank. Wow, 4 red blanks in a row. That's. Well, I got lucky there.
Yeah, you did, yeah.
I will evade to cancel this, burn my brace to drop that, or, technically drop that one, and then just take 1 on the shield. So shield's down on the front before the side shot coming in, which is now going to be 3 red. This is the Mark II version of Starhawk. Oh man, your dice are not cooperating. Actually crit.
Actually, one of your evades, obviously.
Yep. Now the question is, do I want to take a face-up damage, or do I want to cancel this? I'd have to burn one of my evades. And I think the answer is yes. I think it's... Callus isn't long for this world anyway, but I want to keep him alive as much as possible. I'm going to burn my evade to take no damage on the hull yet.
Alright, so we're going to take a 1 turn, take a click at 1 right there.
He uses nav to slow down as well.
Sorry, using my nav to slow down. Sorry about that. Right there. Ooh, I might have some of them double arced.
Yep, I think you do. It'll be close once we measure it. Yeah, you're going to get a lot of dice, I think, on those. I just barely missed the squads as well. Okay, going with Callus, it is a navigate, and I will be taking a shot, 1 blue into the front of the unmarked 090. Maybe see if Rob just takes the damage, or maybe force him to burn. This token, I am not shooting into the Starhawk. That would be extraordinarily foolish of me to do. Oh, I forgot to take his shield down. Because I don't want to take 2 red and a blue back in a salvo. That would be really stupid of me. Alright, so just real quick, 1 red. Not much going on here. And it is a hit.
You said 1 red.
1 blue. Yep, I don't know how to tell colors.
1 blue, I'm sorry. I will take it on the front, you said?
Yep.
I'll take it on the shield.
Take it on shield. Shield's down to 1. Yeah, probably not worth burning a defense token.
Okay, the GR75 is going next. It is a squadron dial, which I will be using. And to activate the YT-24 and the X-Wing right there in front of it. The X-Wing we measured out can actually attack the front arc of the Raider.
I'm barely clearing my line,
So he will get a
So-
shot at my hull.
And then the YT probably most likely will go around and attack the front as well.
Alright, who are we attacking with first?
Alright, let's start with the X-Wing, please.
Hit. We'll take it.
And then do the YT next with one black.
Blank.
Yeah, whatever.
I got lucky on that.
Okay, so sorry.
Alright, no problem. You'll be moving the GR-75 will be moving straight forward to hopefully catch some other fleets and other squadrons. Help them out.
Alright, next we got the squad phase. I've got all mine to move right here. Rob's got 2. There could be combat if I chose to move 2 in range of Rob's. I'm not doing that. Or if Rob decides to jump into my ball, which I'm just heading, he's not going to do that. If we decide to do that, I'll turn the camera back on. But we're doing these movements off screen, and also, we already did it once. I don't want to bore you guys with calculating dice and arcs onto these fire lanes, so we'll do that off screen, and I'll let you know at the top of round 3 who got what victory tokens, etc. Start of round 3. The results are in, and Rob got 2 victory tokens, and I got 1. I managed to get the one there on the far right there, combined with Callus, and I had the double arc on that one, and Rob did not have the double arc on. He had the double arc on the other 2, along with the CR90. So Rob is still up 5-1 on victory tokens, and you see with squads, Rob could not. He activated them already, but he moved these guys closer, Jan and the X-Wing, so they'll be in range of his GR-75. And my squads that I moved forward to stage, they are all still within, or not within, but at distance 2. I'm Instructor Goring, so I get his full benefits in case Rob decides to come at me. This is going to be an interesting round. We just took a break. I was getting hungry, so I had some lunch, but Rob and I were talking that we all have tough decisions about mainly order of activation. Yeah, it's just going to be tough to decide because, when one moves and the opponent can do something else. You know what we're saying, guys. You will see as we make our choices, but this is going to be a very tough round as far as who goes when, what to activate first, that kind of thing. So we will see that coming up next. Alright, after much debate with myself, I was having lunch. I'm going to go with Iden, which could potentially be sacrificing Callus, because then Rob could choose to do his Starhawk first and blow Callus out of the sky. But I cannot give up this opportunity. I do have the CR90 double arc, not the most ideal double arc. I have front to side, I don't have front to front, and it is clear yellow dot to yellow dot. My side is crossing his line though, so it's going to be side to front. So it's kind of like a split fire double arc, but I'm still going to do it. This is Iden with her external racks, con fire. See if we can't get one of these enemies off the board. Okay, so Rob's CR90 is practically untouched, 1 shield off the back, but full shields on front and sides, no hull damage. And I think I am going to go ahead and go with my front shot first, front to side. Which means he only has one place to redirect to, and that's the front, which is where my second shot will go. So we're going to start with 2 blue, 2 black, front to side into the marked CR90. Unloading our missiles, close range fire. Now, do I want to do the big shot here? I think not. I'm going to save it. So we're just actually, I am going to go ahead and ordnance. No, I'm not going to ordnance. I'm going to leave it. Leave it as is. 4 damage coming into your side.
Sure.
Positive.
Let's check. I'm going to use an evade.
Okay, what do you want me to reroll?
Blue.
It's now a crit.
4. Okay, let's see. That's 4.
Yeah, if you redirect, you can take no damage to the hull, but front and side shields are down. And you got a side to front shot coming in next. But you still have shields on that shot to redirect to your port side. So your redirect's not going to be useless, it just means that
Yeah. Otherwise, you'll be taking damage cards, and one will be face up. All right. Front and starboard shields are now down. Now, Versio orders side batteries. Unleash your tubes. Torpedoes away. Starting with blue and black. That might have done it for me because we're keeping that for sure. Then unload the external racks. 2 more black. Blam, 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 blam. And then concentrate fire and another black. Oh wow, yeah, this is and I don't know if I want to use my token. I'd have to use it now because I don't think I need to. I'm stopping your redirect. Even if you evade that into a blank, that's still 4 damage to the hull, and that'll get you.
Well, still you could get a blank.
Right. Yeah. If I re-roll this into a blank with your evade, it's still 4 damage into your hull, and that'll be a dead CR9.
So burn it.
You can't burn it because they're the same size. Yeah. So unfortunately, I did get lucky on what I needed.
Yeah.
So we'll just.
So use it at the right time.
Yep.
We've all both had that problem using external racks.
Yeah.
We've never had them work right.
Yeah. This is actually the first time where they've actually worked perfectly.
Yeah.
So, well, it was worth it, but of course I might be trading because Rob could choose now to go with his Starhawk. We shall see, to try to destroy Callus. An eye for an eye, so to speak. Okay, I am not slowing down with Ozzel or anything. I'm just going to stay at speed 4. I want to make sure I can keep Aiden in the battle. She is very useful, especially in close range with her ability.
Alright, I'm be using the only CR90 now. And you will be doing first of all, it's a navigation dial, and I will be using a token as well to speed up. I'm going to shoot out my side arc, my port side arc, and my front arc at the squadrons there. See if I do some flacking there, and then let's see if I can get out of dodge to save it.
Does you know what he's hitting? Side arc can hit everybody except Soontir. He's out of range. Front arc is double arcing Mythal and Dengar. Alright, we're doing the side arc flacking first, and actually I don't need Soontirs. You're not in range of Soontir.
No.
I just brought their scatters over. Braces aren't going to matter off blue dice. So we've got Mauler Mythal and Dengar's scatters. Which, did you want to start with them?
Sure, let's do the top of your front arc then.
No, you got everybody on the side.
Alright, double side arc, yeah.
Alright, Dengar. Crit. Mauler Mythal. Hit. I am going to spin my scatter on that. So this is Mythals. And then generic tie interceptor, accuracy. Then Darth Vader, crit. Wow, this is not going well. Front arc.
I know. Go for it.
Just keep going for it.
Yeah.
All right.
I gotta do what I do.
Dengar. So it's just Dengar and Mythal out the front. Accuracy. Oh my goodness. And Mythal hit. Oh well. I already spent his, so I will just take damage on Mythal. So Mythal goes down to 2. Wow, overall, what a terrible flacking showcase. You forgot to load your flat cannons, evidently. Or they're just too busy looking up at the stars for it.
That's more like it.
Yeah, the gunners are all distracted. Alright, so Rob's using his token and dial to jump up to 4 to get around Ozzel and Palpatine. And I'm just going to eyeball this here because I really don't feel like marking it. And coming around, this is the best we can figure for him to do to where he's not being double arced by the ISD and staying in the fight to be able to turn around and try to get into it. So, alright, I'm going with Callus since Rob chose not to obliterate him. He chose to save his CR90's life, which was probably, I don't know, smart play, but I'm grateful. Callus is just going to do some flacking. I'm just going to do it here without going to the dice trade. Flacking once at the X-Wing. Double arc flacking at the YT-2400. Definitely not shooting at the Starhawk. Don't want those silos coming back. Such a strange game where neither of them are capital ships. We don't want to shoot at them.
Nope.
They both have large deterrents. Alright, so just right here, X-Wing. Hit. YT-2400. Ordnance Experts. Oh, only 1. And then double arc on the YT. Hit. So 3 damage on the YT, 2 damage on the X-Wing, and then swinging around this way, potentially getting back in the fight with the Rob's other CR90 by the end of the game, perhaps, because it's only round 3.
Okay, I'm activating the Starhawk next. It is a concentrate fire dial, and I'll be using it. I'll be firing my front into his starboard side there, and my starboard side will be firing into his front.
Right into the side.
This
Right.
side.
Yeah, you wanted them both in the same hole zone.
Oh, I thought you said I couldn't do that.
Yes.
Okay. Sorry, both going into the side. There's
Yep.
starboard side.
Yep, so front side into my side. These are long-range shots, and with a concentrate fire. Alright, starting with front to side, so 4 red plus 1 was final, so 5 red.
I have to spend the token first. Defense token.
Oh yes, let's actually bring these over.
Why am I so darn on it?
Thank you for reminding me about Palpatine. Which token are you spending to target Palpatine to overcome your fear?
It will be what do you call it? Contain. Just turn it over. Yep. Like, yep.
Okay, here it comes. An accuracy, a double and 2 hits, and a blank. Did you want to do your con fire on this one? Alright. So adding red. Another hit. Alright, what are we locking down?
Okay, locking down your. I'm gonna lock down your brace.
Down my brace. Alright, so I will. I'm taking 5. Obviously, going to be redirecting. I think I'm going to do full redirect. 2 to the back, 3 on the side. So side shields down, rear shields down. Keep my front shields untouched for the moment because I know that's what we'll be angling in. And then I am going to go ahead and do. Ooh, do I want to do that? Because I might need my contain. You've got 3 dice coming in for your next shot. I'm going to do it. This is a free pot shot, basically. I'm going to spend this contain using reactive gunnery, treating it as a salvo. It's only 1 red, but it's basically a free shot that I'm not going to get salvoed back on. So. It's a double. It's worth it.
I just take 1 damage off the Durlan.
Okay.
So I'll just take it off my. Which one do you have? The front?
So that's once per round. He taps.
Yep. No.
Okay, so you're just going to take it on the front?
And, well, that's what you're aiming at, right? That's a solid booster, right?
Yep, it's the direction what you shot me at, so it's going on the front.
Yeah. So I'll just have to take it out one.
Alright, front shields go down 5. Alright, so now for the side shot, 3 reds, and which defense token are you going to spend to shoot at Palpatine?
I will spend I'll spend a salvo, actually.
Okay. Here it comes, 3 reds. Wow. That was a really good shot. Well, you can't do any modifications. Oh wait, you have a concentrate fire token from Ramus. You want to re-roll any of those?
Re-roll or add?
Actually, you added last turn.
Right.
So it had been done there. You had a blank red. Let's just go back real quick.
Right.
That he could have re-rolled, just because I forgot. So another damage. So I'll take a. I can't remember. Did you have a crit in there?
Yes.
All right. I would have redirected to the front then. So I would have taken a crit. Sorry about doing this out of order, guys. I forgot about Ramus. And when you do a command, you have to do it all at the same time to outpost token. So it would have been 3 off the front then that I would have had to take. So front shields are down to 1. Good grief, that's all I'm tight. Alright, front shields down to 1, back shields are still up to 2. So again, just as a reminder, the reason why that happened is when you guys spend a concentrate fire dial, you have to spend the token at the same time. So that would have been the first shot. And he got the token from Ramus because he gets a free token. So now, with this, I am going to brace this down to 3. And I will redirect 2 to the back. I don't want to take it face up, so I probably should not have salvoed you. Burn the contain, so I take 1 face down. It was a good series of shots.
Alright, so I am moving forward at 1. I'm turning at the 1. And hopefully missing the tokens. Drum roll.
Yep, barely missed it, so no free
Alright.
victory points for me. Okay, we are going with Instructor Gorin on the Gazanti first. It is a squadron command. I'm spending that in my token to activate 3. And we're actually going to be taking shots at the Starhawk. Maybe force Rob to spend some salvos against squads. And just to take some bee sting damage. So I'm sending in, we got Suntir, we got Vader, and Dengar. Those are the ones I'm activating. And then I am going to take a mid-range pot shot. Again, seeing if I can get Rob to maybe tease him to spend a salvo. And when I got a scatter, potentially. So, I don't know. This is, I think, the way you have to take a Starhawk down like this. You just have to hit him with everything, even the small stuff, just to force spending. So we will do this and see what I can get Rob to do. Yeah. Oh, and also I forgot to mention, I did use munitions resupply. I sent a common fire token over to the Star Destroyer. So we will be starting with Suntir. Let's throw in a blue. And I was telling Rob off screen, so you guys might think, why are you not going after his squads? Yes, my guys are good at taking out squads. That's how this was built. But like I said, I need to take those piecemeal shots at the Starhawk. And the way the squad ball is built is with lots of counters in mind, and I want to keep them close to my Kazanti to even get more counters. So, kind of just letting Rob come to me with his squads. Alright, so with all my pontificating out of the way, Suntir, into the front of the Unity. It is an accuracy, and I've got no rerolls, so since these guys aren't bombers, no bomber command. So, Dengar, he does get a black, not a bomber. That is a hit. Stick it on the front. Okay, so down to 4. And then Vader. Come on, let's get a hit crit on Vader, because his crits count against everything. Nope, just a regular hit. Alright, so shield's down to 3.
Oh, never mind. Yep, shield.
And then my pot shot coming in from the Gazanti. I'm going to bring my defense tokens over, because this is one that Rob might choose to salvo back. It is a hit. Take on the shield. Starhawk shield's down to 2. He's saving that redirect because he knows what's coming. And did you want a salvo back at my Gazanti? Nope, not going to use the salvo. The bluffs and counter bluffs in this game. It's crazy. It's crazy, folks. It's crazy. And I will be spending at speed 1. Not going to be using Ozzel here. I just want to keep Gorin close so I can get maximum counter efficiency with my squad ball. I'm going to play smaller back.
Alright, so the GR-75 is squadron command.
With a token.
With a token. So I can go all 4. First ones, I move with the X-Wing and the YT over there, put them right on the space station. Each up healed up 1 health. Then I move Jan forward on the other side of the Starhawk. I don't know if you quite see it there. And then I move the X-Wing on top of the tokens, just out of range of Darth Vader, so I don't get to worry about the escort.
Yeah, the reason why he positioned there is that he's going to lose those tokens anyway. So he doesn't care about overlapping them and giving them to me. And he wanted to get a shot at Suntir without being in range of Vader, because Vader's an escort, but it's going to be obstructed, so he's just out. And we're both going to have some obstructed shots back. Suntir has counter 4 right now between Dengar and Instructor Gorin. And Rob starts with 4 blues anyway, so we're both going to be doing 3s. He'll shoot with me with 3, then I'll shoot him back with 3. And he's got Jan in range so that he can use her brace. Alright, here we go. X-Wing pilot coming in. 3 blues into Suntir fell. Accuracy hit.
Go accuracy?
Yep.
I'll take on that scatter there just because.
Yep. Brace to 1. Suntir takes 1. It's about as good as you can hope with 3 blues. Like it's a scatter race.
Yep.
And then 3 blues coming back from Suntir. And I'm not getting swarmed because no one else is engaged with this X-Wing. I got the same thing. But you have 2 braces. I really wish I had swarm. I don't. So,
I will use
spend gens. Yep. Brace to 1. We all both only do 1 to each other. Just long range dueling.
Alright, so I'll be moving the GR-75 1, just trying to make a little bit of turn there. Just so I keep all 4 squadrons within range. Agate.
Okay, now we are going with Ozzel. It is a Navigate. I do have the Starhawk double arced into the front, but it's long range from my side to his front, so I'm only getting 2 red there. But it is medium range front to front, so I'm getting the full Imperial Star Destroyer 2 front arc dice into these weakened front shields, thanks to my unconventional squads. Okay, so this may be a very bad decision, but I think I just have to keep hammering him every time I get a chance with ships that can take it. So I'm doing my side to front first. I have no shields on my side, so when that salvo comes back, he's actually getting 3 dice because of his flat guns. He can do his blue dice at long range for salvo. But I think I need to just force him to spend tokens, because if he salvos me, then he has to spend a token because of Palpatine. It's like I just got to get him to spend these tokens so that he eventually runs out before he kills me. So we shall see. So I am going to do it. I'm starting with side to front first, though. I want to have the worst possible token decisions on his part when I do my big shot. So no shields for me when I get the salvo back. He has 1 shield left on the front, or 2 shields, sorry, left on the front of the Starhawk. Everywhere else is untouched. So 2 reds for my side shot. Probably wasn't worth it. Only 1 damage. Did you want to salvo back?
Yes.
Okay, and guessing one of the greens.
Side, right? Before I make
Yep.
Okay.
And which dice do you want to spend for Palpatine?
I will spend the token. I will spend the. Actually, sorry, nothing there. I'm spending the spent. No spent salvos.
So spending. All right. So this is what he's doing, guys. He's spending this
Right.
just to make the attack because of Palpatine, then spending this one to do the salvo.
Right.
And he's getting 2 red and a blue, getting the blue at long range because of flat guns, that new upgrade that we actually technically don't have yet.
Right.
I'm not sure which.
Not the card anyway.
We don't have the card yet. We're just proxying it.
Mm-hmm.
I have no shields here. This could be bad. Yep, you gave better than I gave. Man, this is why it's just tough shooting at this thing. It was not worth it. Was not worth it. Gosh. I mean, I can't just take that right now. Burn brace redirect. So down to 2, redirect to my front. Shields down on the front. First, take a face up. Structural damage.
Oh.
This is such an annoying and just difficult shit to fight against, but I'm committed now. I have to keep going. Your shields are down to 1 now. Well, let's see if I can now do something and not whiff on my dice. So I have no way to modify these, unfortunately. No dice mitigation. 4 red, 4 blue. It's time for you to feel the full firepower of this fully armed and operational Imperial 2 Star Destroyer. It's actually really good. Really, really, really good. Oh yeah. Well, that made up for me taking that horrible shot. And here's why, folks. So, 2 actions of stopping the salvos. I don't want any more of this crap coming back at me. It's getting annoying. The other one's stopping the brace. I don't care about his redirect because I have XI 7, so you can only redirect 1. So that is going to be 6 damage coming in with criticals. You have 1 shield on the front.
Yep. 1 shield on the front, so I have to redirect.
Yep, so 2 will be going on the shields, which I'm assuming you want to redirect to your port side, the side away from the Star Destroyer, right?
So sure, yes.
And then 4 coming internal. If you don't bring the contain, 1 will be face up. So let's see, these are the shields. So we got. Yeah, so you're going to take burn the contain. So 4 face down. I think that would be wise, so you don't get a really bad crit to start.
Or the structural damage.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, we're actually, so you've taken 4 damage, I've taken 3 now. Our 2 big flagships are now throwing haymakers at each other. Alright, so I am using my nav dial to slow down to 1, as well as getting an extra click. Just doing a tight turn here is to maintain my front arc in those tokens to guarantee that I get them and to get out of that front arc of the Starhawk. So next we got squad phase. The only squads left, I got Mauler Mythal and my TIE Interceptor. I'm just going to do this real quick right here for you guys. So my Interceptor, he's going to move up here, still staying in range of Gorn, and very close to Vader, just teasing people to come in. And Mauler is actually going to fly up, going to land right here and do what Mauler does, and give a damage to the X-Wing and Jan, getting right up. Make sure I get actually within one of Jan, but not overlap that. I don't want to give that to you.
Come on.
No, let me double check I can get in range here. Yep, so do 1 damage to Jan and the X-Wing that they can't do anything about. And then I do get the 3 victory tokens for this round. So we are currently at Rob with 5, I'm at 4. As we move into the top of round 4. Start of round 4, and Rob and I were just saying, this is one of the most difficult games we've played when it just comes to positioning, deciding what to shoot first, activate first, etc., trading ships for other ships. Both these lists that you guys submitted, Northern Hero and James Miracle, this is pretty awesome having these two go against each other, and this is really tight right now. And I am going to go and do the question for this video, and the giveaway, for those of you that might not know, is being provided by Garrett Vance at the Admiral Tater Ship Shop. It is an invisible hand expansion, so the Providence is the prize that will be announced at the end of the month. Basically June 1st is when I'll announce. And how you enter is just subscribe to my channel and answer questions that I give out in my videos. And each video will give you an entry. And for this video, we will finish the small ship questions I've been doing. And all we have left now is Imperial. What is your favorite Imperial small ship? They have a lot of fantastic ones to pick from. And how do you like to outfit it and run it? And mine is the Raider. I know the Glads are amazing. Gazantes, I love flotillas. Gazantes actually would be my second favorite because I love flotillas. But I love the Raider. Specifically, the Raider 2, even though this is Raider 1, but with Iden, with Corvus on a Raider 2, and then I put weapons, batteries, techs, and heavy ion emplacements with disposable capacitors. And her job is just to run around draining people's shields with those heavy ion emplacements. So I love the Raiders. Raider is my favorite small ship in the entire game. So why don't you guys go and tell me what your favorite small ship of the Imperials is, and how do you like to run them? I'm just going to go out on a limb here and say I'm going to get a lot of Gladiator with Demolition title in the comments, but maybe not. You guys might surprise me. So let me know what you guys think, and that'll enter you in to the giveaway or give you an additional entry if you've already commented on one of my other videos. Okay, so we have my Gazanti going first. This is a tough call not to go with my Star Destroyer first, but I think this Gazanti's dead. I don't think it could survive that front arc from the Starhawk. Probably just needs to get 1 accuracy and then blow me to smithereens. So I'm repositioning Dengar here, and he's going to take a shot into the front. Same thing with Vader, repositioned him slightly. He's going to take a shot in the front. Dengar mainly came over here to make sure he's within Mauler range with his benefits to giving out counters. And then I'm also, because I actually wouldn't mind if Rob decided to spend salvos against my Gazanti, I am got a front and side shot into the unprotected front of this Starhawk. Just some annoying, cheeky, insulting little shots from a Gazanti into the face of this monster. Okay, starting with Dengar coming in. He gets a black dice, but not a bomber. He did not want to actually take this shot. He's kind of scared. Blank. Did you want a salvo? Okay. Then Vader. It is a hit. Did you want a salvo? Okay. Did you want to redirect? Otherwise, you're taking a face down. Okay. And now for the Gazanti. Front to front. Crit. Yep, it would be a face up if you just take it. Okay, I'm guessing to the port side again, right? So port side goes down to 2. Did you want to salvo my Gazanti? Like no salvos for my Star Destroyer, huh? And then side it from the Gazanti. Playing with fire, it's a hit. Take it. Got it. I don't know. We'll see if this works, guys, but I think I cracked the code against the Starhawk. It's got to be bee stings combined with the big hits. We'll see. We'll see if it plays out. I'm staying at speed 1, just keeping it close. And if I survive, still giving out those Instructor Gorham counters as well.
Okay, Starhawk is activating next. It is an engineering dial, which I'll be using to put up this front shields by 2. And then I'm going to be tacking out the side into the front of the ISD. And I'll be tacking out the front into the Gazanti.
And that is a clear shot, by the way, side to front. It is clearing the debris field. So, all right, which one are we doing first?
Well, we're going to do the, let's do right into the ISD.
Okay.
5 ISD.
So, just so you guys know, I have 8 health remaining on the ISD, and only redirect. No shields on the front, but I do have shields on the side. So, Frog gets 8 damage plus an accuracy on this, which is not impossible with 3 red, 2 blue. It'll kill me. Nothing I can do. Oh, I guess I need to bring these guys over. What would you like to spend to attack me?
I will spend a salvo, please.
Spending a salvo. Alright, here it comes. 3 red, 2 blue. You almost did it. Got an accuracy and 6 damage with a crit.
That's what accuracy got.
Yep, so I can't redirect it, so I am taking this. It won't kill me. These events are structural. I'll have 1 health left, but wow. That was almost the perfect roll.
Yeah.
So, so face up, target disruption when attacking. I can't resolve critical effects, so I can't crit you. And 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. I have 2 health remaining. Whew!
Yeah.
Whew.
Good game, guys. This is a good one, guys.
Yeah, my goodness. I think that's right. I had 3, and I just counted 6.
Yeah, let's make sure it's 6.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 3 is 9. Yep, 2 health remaining. Wow. Okay. And I'm about to run over to free field potentially.
Oh, no.
Alright, so anyway, now for the Gazanti. Untouched Gazanti, but now facing the Maw. We've got 5 red plus 1 from Spinal, 2 blue, and 1 black. You just need an accuracy.
Oh, yeah, we have to use that black.
Yep. And 4 damage. You got an accuracy and a bunch of damage, which I will be desperately burning my evade. Maybe hope you get unlucky. See if it even matters. Because I can reroll these. And if they come up blank, it's still 4 damage. Gazanti goes down. Instructor Gorham is dead, as well as his counter-giving benefits.
Alright, so I'm moving ahead here. I'm going speed 1 still. And I'm turning 1 at the lone zone, and hopefully not hitting the asteroid.
Just missing it.
Position flying on the side.
Yep. It hit all my squads, so I get to reposition them. I'll reposition off screen and show you guys where they went. Okay, so we are going with Ozzel and Vader. It is an engineering, with my token getting me 6. I used 3 of that to get rid of the crit effect I had. And I used the other 3 to take my 3 shields here and disperse them, 2 on the front, 1 on the side. I didn't get these ones all the way down. Oh, I'll get it later. These shields are down to 0. So I've got a close range shot, clear, front to side into the Starhawk. Unfortunately, his shields are full on that side. Then a side to rear in the far Corvette there. See if I can't get some lucky pot shots on that CR. And as you guys look on the picture there, you can see where I placed the squads from left to right. We've got regular interceptors, Soontir Fel, Dengar, then Vader, all sitting on the side of that Starhawk. So, we're going to start with the side to rear into the CR90. So it's going to be 2 red, 2 blue. These are the CR90 defense tokens. He does have a shield back there and 2 shields on his port side. I will stop your redirect.
You can't do crits.
Yeah, I can. I healed that damage card.
You did heal that, right?
That's what I said. I healed.
So, I will be spending the bait to roll. Actually, I can reroll. I'm not the right range for roll 2, am I?
It has nothing to do with range. You burn this, and you can make me reroll 2, because I'm a larger ship than you.
I guess I'll just reroll the crit.
Crit. You don't want to reroll the reds? Maybe get some doubles? Sure. Regular hit. So 1 on the shield, 2 face down. And now for the big shot. Hopefully this doesn't come back to hurt me too bad. But I gotta take the shots front to side of the Starhawk. The Starhawk has full shield on his side there. And just you guys can see, this is Starhawk's, and this is mine, my Lonely Redirect. Oh, I'm getting lucky. Let's see what I want to do with these accuracies. Because I think I want you taking full damage. So I think I definitely want to stop a brace. Can't do anything with this. Oh, I do have my Confire token. I didn't use it. Reroll, Confire token. So I'm saving it for a gunnery team. Yeah, we'll use that. And then I'm going to stop your green salvo. Alright, so that's going to be 6 damage coming in. You got 4 shields there.
Yeah.
You can only redirect 1 if you decide to burn it because of my excise 7s.
So I'll be getting in.
Yep. If you burn it, 1 beginning in it will be a crit, so you take 1 face up. Worst case scenario, if you burn.
But I don't think it's worse. Well, I gotta burn it. I don't want to take any more.
Okay, so side shields are down, and you want to take it off the front or the back?
I'll take it off the back. You can't take the back right now.
Take it off the back, so back shield goes down to 1. And then, before we give you your face-up damage, did you want to burn this salvo? The salvo back at me. In doing so, you'll have to spend a defense token.
Right, which means I can't. Because you go lock down or like that.
You know what? I think that
That's a good question. If you
that is a good question. Because I think if they're locked down by accuracies, you can't spend them.
Right. You can't spend them normally, right?
But here's the thing about Palpatine.
Okay.
Palpatine says spend them if you're able. You're unable, so I think you could still burn this and salvo at me without spending these because I'm locking them down. That's how I'm going to rule it now. Let me know if I'm wrong in the comments. But these, I think, lock down. Like, Palpatine doesn't say you have, like, if you can't spend a defense token, you can't shoot back.
Right.
It says if you're able to spend a defense token, you have to. Oh, actually,
What?
you are able. You'd have to spend this to target me for the attack. And then spend a salvo, which you couldn't do.
Right.
Just locked down.
Don't do it.
I think that might be correct that you can't salvo me then.
That's what I'm saying. It looks like it's, if I gotta lock down, I can't spend it.
Yeah.
And if I spend the one that's already not locked down,
Yeah.
it's not gonna do anything.
Yeah. Hey guys, that's an interesting interaction with Palpatine and salvos.
Yeah.
Let us know, those of you guys that might be more familiar with the rules or have seen this interaction before. This is a very rare interaction.
Yeah, as far as I
But
know.
I think we're going to go with it just because I think the way wording works and stuff that Rob actually can't salvo me now.
I would think not, yeah.
Because you would have to actually leave this and take the full damage and spend this
Right.
to target Palpatine and then spend this to do the salvo.
Right, so that's kinda, yeah, that's what I think.
Did you want to do that instead? Take
No,
it face
I don't
down
want to
and
take full damage.
don't want to take full damage? Okay. Alright, so no salvo coming back, but you are taking a face up because the one crit did get through after the shields. Ruptured engine. If you do a maneuver that is greater than speed 1, you suffer damage. Well, you're currently at speed 1, so I don't think you're going to have problems with that. But I'll tell you what, this game, man, in this mission, not wanting to land on tokens and giving free victories over and all that stuff. So I'm actually choosing to speed it to 2 with Ozzel. Janking here Because if I would have stayed at speed 1, I might have landed on this token, and I also didn't want to move Mauler. No matter what I do, I'm landing on this debris field, and I'm just going to go and take those off my front, the 2 damage, front shields that I transferred over. And then, see, the concern with doing it this is that I don't want to get out of the front arc for next turn, but I think, oh, it's going to be close.
I think you might be in it. I think we're fine. I think you're fine.
It's going to be close. I'm going to wait to laser it till next round, just keep everybody in suspense. And try not to. Too bad these bases have that little thing underneath, so when you land on directly on top of an obstacle, they just start wobbling around like crazy.
Yeah.
But it's actually a pretty cool shot. Rob can't see it right now, but it's these 2 OX ships just pass each other.
Yep.
Broadside each other. It's like ancient naval combat going on.
Fighters right in the middle.
Yeah, with a bunch of fighters right in the middle.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. So we're not going to wait until the end of the round to tell you. I should not have moved at speed 2 because my front arc now has no shot on the Starhawk. Should have stayed at speed 1 because even at speed 2, as you can see, I did not get out of range of the CR-90. He has 1 red into my unshielded back. With TRCs, it's going to be guaranteed double coming in at me. And or a crit if he decides to turn it to a crit. And yeah, it was just I should have stayed at speed 1. That would have kept it in the front arc. Who cares if I land on Mauler Mythal? Yeah, that was just poor decision on my part. So yeah, so here we go.
Eyeballing it.
Yep, it's part of eyeballing it. So Rob, what's your command for your CR-90 here?
It is a navigate.
And he'll be using that.
Using it to slow down and turn.
Yeah, help him turn and not go off the board and maintain position. But he's got 1 red coming into my back, which we'll just do it right here. There's no reason to change anything around right now. All I have is 1 redirect token and I have 1 shield on the side, so I can redirect 1 of this damage. We'll just roll it. It's an accuracy.
You spend a bait.
And so you want to TRC into a double or a crit.
Well, if you have 1 shield, I might double it.
Yeah.
That way you take 1.
Yep, so I will then spend my redirect, take 1 on the shield, 1 face down. Taking damage back that I just healed. And now no shields on the Star Destroyer. Not looking good, not looking good. I'll get that shield here in a second, but right now you're going speed 4 with the nav.
Yeah. I'm probably going to need to slow down.
You don't have to if you don't want to. You've got plenty of maneuverability,
Yep.
especially with, you do something like that. Keep the shields, make sure I can't get to your weakened side, but you'll still have potential shots on me.
Yep.
And you'll have the option, because I can tell you right now, I'm not going with Callus first next turn.
Why not?
Turn Star Destroyers and smoking Hulk right now. It's going to be Callus is a navigate, using it for the clicks. I'm doing the same thing. I'm going to make it pass on the CR-90, trying to turn around. Turn around. And there we go.
Alright, so the GR-75 is activated to squadron dial. And I'm activating the 2 X-Wings and Jan. I could shoot a shot too, I think, as well from the GR-75.
You have no guns on the GR-75.
Oh, that's right.
You should know better, Rob. You play
I
this.
know, but it's not.
It's not like me trying to cheat.
Yeah, that one time when yours had guns all of a sudden.
Yeah.
Anywho, so anyways, the X-Wing in the middle is attacking the Vader because he has to.
Yeah, he's barely in range 1.
Yep. The X-Wing closer to the GR-75 is attacking the interceptor right there in front of him. Jan is debatable depending on what the X-Wing.
Actually, this X-Wing will go further back so that he's not in Soontir fell range, so he can attack the interceptor and not get a damage from Soontir.
Okay, so he's gonna attack he's gonna attack the interceptor. If we'll see what Jan attacks after that. She probably has.
All right, so we got Vader, Soontir because it might matter, and then Jan's because she might be transferring damage from the counters back. So who do you want to attack?
Let's do the one on Vader first.
One on Vader. Yep. So I has to attack Vader because he's escort, and making that attack 1 range of Soontir, he's automatically taking a damage, so he's now down to 2 health remaining. So 4 blues into Vader. 3 hits. Raise to 2. Vader takes 2. The Vader's going to counter back 1 because he's within range of Dengar. 1 damage, so that X-Wing is down to 1. Alright, who do we want next?
Alright, it'll be the other X-Wing going into
That TIE Interceptor.
Yep.
Okay. This would have been great against Soontir.
Wow.
Yep. And no way to reroll, unfortunately, so that Interceptor's alive on 1. Then he counters back with 5 because he's within range of Dengar. Or with 3, I'm sorry. It's not full dice.
Wow.
Yes, 5 counter. No, it's a 2, then +1 with Dengar. So 3 on the X-Wing. This X-Wing has 4 health left, so he got healed up. And then no Swarm, because no one else is in range, because you're positioned that way. So X-Wing goes down to 2. Then Jan.
Well, Jan, I guess has to attack something.
So if Jan attacks the Interceptor that has 1 health remaining,
She takes damage.
she'll take a damage and potentially kill that Interceptor. She gets 3 blue dice.
She takes a soup to it.
She can't kill Soontir. But you could do damage to him, and she won't take. But then she'll take a counter back, regardless of who she shoots at.
Right. Well, I think she's gonna take the damage from. So she's gonna attack the Interceptor.
Just to try to get a kill.
Yeah, and see if they help out the Starhawk.
So Jan takes a damage. She's down to 2. Kills the Interceptor. Interceptor counters back. Yeah, she took a damage from Mauler. 1 damage back. He is in swarm range. 2 damage back on Jan. Brace to 1, so she's down to 1. Okay, and GR75 just going speed 1.
Yep.
Landing on the station.
This doesn't do anything for it.
Doesn't do anything for it, no damage on it. Okay, with Iden, it is a Navigate. And I am dropping down with Ozzel to speed 2 to do a hard turn. See if I can't set up to where at base I'm planning ahead to round 6. Barely missing this ram. Ooh, that was close.
Ooh.
And see if I can't get a round 6 shot on the Starhawk if it's still alive. So I'm just trying to plan ahead on that one. And that is everything. We do have some squads to do. We've got some squad attacks in here. Mauler and Soontir have not attacked yet. And then Rob is going to be sending this YT-2400. He can get within range to throw a shot at my unshielded front of Agent Callus's Raider. Okay, round 5. I didn't show the squad phase because it just went by quick based on the decisions that made. YT-2400 came over here and hit, then I evaded, made reroll, then whiffed. And then with Mauler and with Soontir, I chose not to attack this X-Wing because I didn't want to kill him because he's overlapping 2 tokens, so I got 2 free victory tokens. And then, I didn't even plan this, but then when we tallied it up, Iden coming over here, even with obstruction, was able to give me the other one, so I actually got 3 tokens on this. I beat the Starhawk 6-1 as far as tallying at points. And boy, are we coming down the wire on both of us. We're both smoking. I think I only have 2 health remaining on my Star Destroyer. I think there's maybe 5 or 6 left on the Starhawk. So you guys can probably guess who I'm going to be activating first before it dies, for sure. Okay, so we are going to go with Ozzel. It is an engineering, so I'm getting 4. I'm going to be raising 2 shields on this side here because I'm pretty sure that's going to be the arc that the Starhawk's going to hit me with. And also that what I'm going to be getting salvoed back at when I take my side shot. As I said last turn, guys, I shouldn't have done speed 2 because now my front arc's not in the Starhawk. I don't know if I'm going to kill him now. So might as well use my front arc into this GR75 so I can see if I can't take that out. And then second shot will be obstructed side to side. You know, could be suicide with the salvo coming back, but I've got to keep putting damage because I've got all these guys that can do work in the squad phase. So we'll see if we can pull this out at the end. Yeah. All right, we'll start front to side in GR75. 4 red, 4 blue. I need an accuracy. I got 1, but that was a pretty poor shot. Wow, what a terrible shot. I have just enough to kill you, but this is before you get to force me to reroll. 3 blanks, and I have no way to reroll it. Terrible.
Well, unfortunately, reroll the blue crit.
That's it?
Well, if I could do more than that, then I'll flush you blue.
Burn it.
Burn it, yeah. And I'll do 2. So,
Yep.
for burn?
Yep.
I'll do 2 blue.
Yep. I need this to come back as hits. Come on, hits. Don't make me just cry from this. They are both hits. Whew. Whew. Barely. So GR75 does go down. And now for the obstructed side shot, I think I'm going to go for broke. 2 red and a blue. Unshielded side of the Starhawk. Starhawk has no more redirect, so he has to take this all internal. And I'll be getting a salvo back, most likely. I will definitely be getting a salvo back because I got no accuracies. But I'll be giving him 3 damage. First one face up. And I'm guessing salvo.
Well, first, I'm going to use what you're
And
doing.
then, okay.
Can I do it first or not? So wouldn't you do it?
Before you suffer damage, you reduce it by 1, sure.
So, yep, I'll do that.
But are you bracing? You brace first. You have no shields.
So, yeah, I'll brace.
So 2. So yeah, with Durlin, you'll be taking 1 face up. Okay? And then salvoing, I'm guessing.
Yes.
Where are you going to
So
spend
I
a salvo?
spend the red salvo.
Well, no, this is what you had. So salvoing and then Palpatine, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we got 2 red and a blue. I have 2 shields there. Nothing I can do about this hit coming in. 2 crits, which will be on the shields that I just put up. We are 2 heavyweight fighters in the final rounds.
Yep.
Thruster malfaction control. The yaw value of your final speed is reduced by 1, and you can't increase speed without taking damage. So basically, you're just going straight 1 for the rest of the game until you heal those. Oh my goodness, this is just crazy. All right, I'm gonna turn away, using also to speed up to 2, getting off this debris field, and hopefully getting out of the double arc. But it doesn't matter. He just needs 1 arc. I have no shields, 2 health left, so I think he is going to drop my Star Destroyer. It's going to be up to Iden, round 6. Can she do the final amount? And all the plank damage coming in here. I don't know. We'll see. I'm not confident.
Alright, so it is a concentrate fire dial. Starhawk is going, sorry. And he's firing a side shot, the only arc I have left, to fire into this destroyer and to see if we can seal the fate of Ozzel.
And Palpatine. Alright, 3 red, 2 blue. What are you spending to attack Palpatine?
I'm spending the bottom salvo, so burning that.
Okay. Just need 2 damage. Oh yeah. Palpatine and Ozzel go down. Is this the end? Can I drop that Starhawk with what I have remaining? We shall see. And all we can do right now is just straight 1 because of the critical effects right now. Oh, barely missing that asteroid belt. Shield dial.
Good going, Agate.
Unbelievable.
Is that hitting the base? The time bombers are hitting the dial.
Oh yeah, actually, yeah, he would have bumped Vader here. I'm just gonna readjust Vader up front just to make sure he can stay right with him.
Yeah, that's really awesome.
Yep, just to keep hitting this unshielded side. He has no redirects left. It's now gonna be mosquito bites. Can mosquito bites take the star? We're gonna go with Iden, and as you can see, I have an ultra close mid-range shot, obstructed front to side, so just 1 blue. So all the plank damage I can do. And then, actually, I'm just gonna check, see if I have Jan in flat range. I do, and I will flat Jan. Not the X-Wing though, don't have the X-Wing in flat range. What a shame. We'll start with Jan. 2 black, she only has 1 health left. Jan goes down. And then 1 blue, it's 2 blue, obstructed down to 1 into the Starhawk. And then, just in case you want to burn your salvo back at Iden, you might want to. It's an accuracy. I have a concentrate fire token. I will re-roll it. It is a crit. Did you want a salvo? It'll be 2 red and a blue, but you have to take 1 away from the.
No, I'm not gonna salvo.
Not gonna do it?
No.
Okay. Crit coming in.
Structural damage. Uh-oh.
No, it's pretty close.
Let's see where we're at. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 4 health left on the Starhawk. Can it limp away? Oh my gosh. So not needing to use the nav. I thought I might need to speed up, but I don't. Just staying at 2. Doing this double click here, coming in. Hopefully at round 6. Can Aiden finish off the Starhawk next round? We shall see.
Alright, so now the CR-90. And the CR-90 has a concentrated fire. It'll be firing upon the radar on the front side there.
Yep, front to front. No shields on the front.
And it's only red dice.
Alright, starting with 2 red. All that Callus has is an evade. 1 damage has been done to Callus. So, 2 reds. Kind of red. I'm dead. I'll show you why.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter what you roll.
Well,
TRC.
Exactly, that's what I was going to say.
And then I evade, cancel, 3 damage, I'm dead. CR-90 came around, that should have died to a Star Destroyer, was able to evade and blasted Callus out of the sky.
Here comes CR-90, the hero of the Alliance, come around. We're going to try to assist the Starhawk against this pesky Aiden person. And try to blow her away.
We're actually now to squads, because we both destroyed things that couldn't activate. So we got squads here. I'll take a picture and describe as we trade back and forth what's going on with our squadrons. Alright, so I'm going to do Vader first, because he's out of the range of that close range X-Wing now. Throwing a shot into the Starhawk. Keep whittling this thing down. Blank. Vader! Why does Vader not have Adapt? Anakin has Adapt.
Check out Aiden.
Yep. Alright, now I need to take out this other X-Wing. Or do I? Part of me just wants this X-Wing to sit here. Because he's giving me free tokens. I don't think I want to attack the X-Wing.
He's locked in. He can't move.
Yeah, he's locked.
Yeah, that's what he has to attack.
And I'd have to attack the X-Wing.
He can attack the
You know what I am going to do?
No, why are you locked?
Because we're engaged all right here.
Oh.
Yep, here in the middle. I'm actually going to, because Dengar's giving me intel. Intel gives me grit now.
That's true.
I'm only locked down by 1 with Mauler. Mauler's going to move, come over here and drop right next to this is the X-Wing you guys are seeing that is closest to the screen, to do 1 damage to this X-Wing. And also locking this X-Wing down so it can't come in to start doing shenanigans.
Nicely done.
But staying out of range of the other X-Wing so I don't do damage to it, because I want it to keep it alive, so it is still giving me those tokens. So, now Rob, you get to activate your 2 X-Wings or X-Wings in your...
Alright, so 2 X-Wings. We're going to activate next. I'm going to take the X-Wing right there that's in the middle of the whole entire ball. No,
Yep.
right there.
Yep.
And he's going to attack Dengar.
Yeah, so Dengar, so he's automatically going to take a damage for not attacking Soontir, and that's a good play. So he does die anyway. Oh well. But, so here's Dengar's. So he attacks Dengar. 3 accuracies and a hit, so Dengar takes a damage. Dengar does not get his own counter, so no counter back, but it doesn't matter because this X-Wing now dies. He basically suicided himself next to Soontir for the greater good. Gotta get those tokens. And then your other X-Wing, I'm guessing attacking Mauler?
Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna get Mauler's defense. Well, we'll just say these are Mauler's defense tokens.
That's right.
Yep. So attacking Mauler. Double accuracy, double hit, so Mauler takes 2 and dies.
Oh, nice.
And he doesn't have counter because he was not in range of Dengar. Wow.
Woo.
These Rebel X-Wing pilots, man, coming in clutch. Good grief. So now, I've got Soontir and Dengar who are free, and they're just going to throw shots into that unshielded side. Actually, I need to check Soontir's line and see if he can get...
I think he can.
It's going to be really close to see if he can get to the yellow dot, because the yellow dot on the Starhawk side is right inside.
Oh.
He's like chasing the line, but yeah, he does have a clear shot. So, we will start with Suntir. Hit. Did you want to cycle back?
How much do I have? No, I don't have.
No. Okay. And then Dengar. Hit. I think you're down to like 2 health remaining for final round.
I had 4. So
Yep. Yep. Oh my goodness, this is going to be tight. And then your YT 2400. Where do you want it going?
I don't know where it can reach, to be honest. It might be able to reach some too, but I think maybe.
Yep. It needs to. Yes. Yep. I think you can if you want to come in here and attack Suntir.
If you can, yeah.
No, you'd be out of range actually. I know you guys aren't seeing this on screen. We're just talking here, but you'd be just out.
Well, I'm gonna head him over that way anyways. He has to get his.
So get in there for next turn.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, he's gonna be just out of range. All right. So now we will then tally up the points of. I think the Star Arc's gonna get it, but I might have a double arc on my Raider. But I think Rob might be getting triple victory tokens here. I'll let you guys know at the start of round 6, the final round. It's gonna come down to the wire. Round 6. Kyrsta, Agate, and the Starhawk got the victory tokens. The Rebels are now up 8-7 as far as token play. Here comes Aiden, swinging around the flank, coming in at the very end. Starhawk has 2 health left, no shields on that side. Only a brace and a salvo. Can Aiden do it with the Corvus? Can they be the heroes that they are in Battlefront 2 as well? Except right now they're working for the Empire. The switch hasn't happened. Okay, here we are, Aiden. It's a concentrate fire. We're putting all our chips into this attack. Can we drop this one? Okay, here we are. 2 blue, 2 black. Unload the missile tubes. They've been reloaded. That'll get you. Even with your brace. Even with Durlin. Concentrate fire. Even with that. It's even worse. Full power.
Salvo.
Then we'll brace, and then Salvo coming back in the spite. Kyrsta's not going down without a fight. Salvo coming back. And also, just to be annoying, Aiden's like, well, I can do this at close range, cancel 2 dice, only 1 damage on the shields. And then I will be using, actually I don't have Ozzel, that's right, I can see. I was going to use Ozzel, so I did 1. But no, we will actually see what I can do here. I don't want you shooting at me. Yeah, I'm just going to do this. Swing around, land on Vader. Where do you want Vader?
Put Vader in front of the Aiden.
Okay. Okay.
Alright, so CR90, the last hope of the Alliance, is now going to a navigation dial. Is slowing down to 2, so I can stay out of the range of the fighters, hopefully. And it looks like actually I land on the station, which is good for it.
Heal the damage.
And I will basically be within range of my 2 red dice to gather hopefully those points.
Yep, he'll win the points on the tokens. Now we just have some squadrons left to do. And actually all that comes down to it is if Rob decides that he wants to come in and attack me. I'll just do this all right here. I'm actually going to go ahead and move over like so. And if Rob wants to send his YT to come in and potentially get some counters back, he can. It's up to him.
No.
So
We'll
we're
go to the space station have some drinks.
Yep, going to the station to have some drinks. Alright guys, this is going to be down to the wire. Down to the wire. We both got a lot of tokens, but Rob is going to win out with having a net 4 more than me. But I killed the Starhawk,
And
killed
look
my
what's
ISD.
left.
Yeah, this is it. That's all that's left right here, guys. Aiden on a Raider and a lone blockade runner, an X-Wing and a Merc, Vader, Suntir, and Dengar. And I'm sure Vader's probably not too sad the Emperor died. He's like, ooh, this galaxy's not mine. We'll tally the points and we'll be back in the post-game interview and see who brought out the victory. Alright, that was
One heck of a battle.
insane.
It was.
I don't know if you guys could tell while you're watching, but Rob and I are stressed out. This was a long battle for us. It's probably going to be a long battle, even with editing.
Oh, good. Yeah.
For us, it was a long battle, stressful, close.
Yeah.
Both these fleets, thank you again to Northern Hero and to James Miracle for submitting.
Great fleets, guys.
Yeah.
Great fleets everywhere.
Just perfect compliments to each other to face off.
Yeah.
And the mission that I picked, and I don't know if I should have picked this way, but I'm glad I picked it because Fire Lanes was so interesting. It caused us to have to really think about positioning and angles and all that kind of stuff. It's not just fly at each other and shoot each other.
Right.
This took a lot more high strategy, a lot more tactics. So I'm sure you guys are wondering, well, who won? Who won? What's the point? Someone did. No one won. It was
No one won. There we go. It was.
So the Empire, as you can see here, scored 394 points, and the Rebellion under Kyrsta scored 406. A difference of 12 points, one victory token
Yes.
made the difference, because the victory token is worth 15. So one victory token over to me would have swung it the other way.
Yeah.
So and you can see how even, look how even it is on the death. We each both killed 2 squads. We each both killed the capital, each killed our fleet support, we each killed the small ships. So absolutely brutal, close type game. You see Rob's about to pass out from the
Couldn't use a beer though.
So once again, guys, thank you for the submissions. Keep them coming in.
Yes, please.
And Rob, let me, anything else you want to say about the battle?
I mean, I was a little nervous in the beginning because he had more squads at first, okay? And no. So I decided to use a Northern Hero. I think this is what you really want me to do. Was you wanted me to use your squads as a defensive deterrent, so that we can hold them off to defend the Starhawk and everything else. So I did that. It worked. So my Starhawk moved a little too far forward and into his squadron ball, but that's a whole other story. The Starhawk did great with 3 salvos. He was like, okay, you want to split salvo? No. You want to split salvo? No. Want to split salvo? No. I check your ISD. Okay. It's spending something. I'll spend salvo. What? So I kept spending things I didn't like. The contain was the first one I spent because I knew I didn't need the contain right away. So I spent that right away. And so your salvo was able to go off when he attacked me. Or vice versa. But he was trying to get me to use it, and at the end, I had it, just one last shot. Just didn't do well against Iden. Unfortunately, because she just maybe re-rolled dice.
No, Ida's hard to kill.
Yeah.
You cancel the dice, because she can cancel
Yeah,
it close
cancel
range.
it.
But,
Yeah,
that Starhawk is really tough to shoot at. And it's one of those, if this had been any other mission, I might not have even tried to kill it.
No.
But because of the mission, if I did not get in range of those tokens to start contesting them and taking out a Starhawk, it's just one of those, I don't know if it would have been worth it to ignore the Starhawk for this mission.
No, I don't think so.
Because if I would have ignored it, gone for the rest of your fleet, you I think would have ran away with tokens.
Right. And same thing me ignoring your ISD. I had to do the same thing.
Yeah, another build, but different, that you really don't want to attack. You have to think about it because of Palpatine and reactive gunnery gave me the option of the potential sub. I didn't use it much because I did, but the one time I think I did use it, I probably shouldn't have. But it was. But the Palpatine was the main deterrent.
Yes.
And
those very, very deadly. I mean, otherwise I'd be using salvos left and right.
And had to really think. Rob had to really think about. And that's also why whenever I was coming in with my squads to do this mosquito bite damage, why he wasn't salvoing back because he knew he had to save it before spending for Palpatine to attack.
Right. Or defend, actually.
Yeah.
If we get that right, which we're going to.
You guys know the part with the whole accuracy is locking down and only had 1 left. I think that meant that he would not be able to attack because
that makes sense.
it's an interesting interaction between Palpatine and the wording of salvo and all that stuff. So let me know what you guys think about that interaction. I think it was round 4 when that happened, but you would have seen it when it came up. I will say Ozzel's interesting. Ozzel was not key to my gameplay because I ran a lot of nabs, but there were several instances where he helped,
Yes.
where I needed to change his speed, and I didn't have a nav, but I could do it because I had Ozzel.
Right.
So I think Ozzel's where he needs to be based on like the ratings I do with Irish Madcat. He's a nice, good in the middle, upper middle, but his points being only 20 points is great.
Oh, that's nice.
He's an easy guy commander to run, great for new players, and great for just any player because of the flexibility
Like I said, you don't have to do
of
that.
not having to nav.
Yeah.
I was nabbing a lot anyway because I wanted the maneuverability as well. I needed the extra ticks on my maneuver tools, but I could have potentially played this differently and then focused on other things.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's Ozzel's very interesting. He's much better now in 1.5 than he was in original Armada. So that was the first time running him ever. Actually, I'd never run Ozzel even in old Armada because he was trash in old Armada.
Okay.
He's complete garbage, but he's good now. It's like Tarkin with points reduction. I think Tarkin really good now.
Okay.
So, but yeah, I will say, even though I did lose, consolation, I did bring the Starhawk down.
You did. In the end.
In the end, the Starhawk finally dropped.
I just did it right there. Boom.
It was Iden coming in
Yeah.
on Versio, and
It's more than enough damage.
Palpatine's dead.
Yep. Again.
So Operation Cinder might be starting to happen,
Yes.
as was brought up in the middle of the game, or at the end of the game there. So Iden is about to convert to the Rebels, the traitor that she is. But yeah, I think I would say that the Starhawk is still insanely difficult to take out, as you guys obviously saw. Even though you could say I did it, not only did I still lose, but I paid a heavy price to do it.
Well, yeah.
It was punishing every time I took a shot at it. So punishing with the salvos back and you being able to hit me normally just then on a normal
You
shot.
had no shields on the side. I hit you with that salvo.
Well,
And I got a crit there and you there.
you're when you double arced me, amazing shots. Basically dropped my shields on all 3 roll zones.
Yep.
So that means every time from now on when I attack you, I'm getting hit back on an unshielded side. It's just, yeah. Starhawk with triple salvo. We've seen it 2 bat reps now. It was theory crafted a couple weeks ago. We were
Yes,
talking about it.
that's
Some
right.
people were talking about it in comments.
Yeah.
I think I was responding to a comment or something
Yeah,
about
you
And, the question was, is it oppressive to run a triple salvo Starhawk with your friends? Yes.
Yes.
If you go into it without telling them about it.
Or without Palpatine.
If you're going to do it, it's a great play. It might even be a good tournament list, I don't know, to run a triple salvo Starhawk. But it's fun, it's stressful, and if you want to run it against your friends, just let your friends know ahead of time. Tell them, hey guys, I'm bringing a Starhawk triple salvo, so they can try to tailor a list so it's actually a fun game. And not just, because this was actually a really well built list. It wasn't tailored to this,
No.
it just happened to be really good against it, a good potential counter.
Yeah.
But a lot of lists against the Starhawk list would just get obliterated, and it would not be a fun game.
So, what was his name?
James Miracle.
James did
Imperialist.
a great job building his fleet, I thought.
Yeah, this is a great Imperialist. Fantastic.
I love the Raiders. I mean, the Raiders are great.
Raiders are awesome. I love them.
I mean, I always thought they were kind of cool ships. I mean, I never really played one. But I just like the look of them, and I think they're just really fast. They are the CR-90s of the Imperials.
Yep. But we want to be close range, you want to be longer.
Right.
So that's really the only difference. The main difference.
But yeah, he was able to get those zipping around and stuff like that, and he took out one CR-90.
Then your other CR-90 got revenge on
Revenge on
the
Gals, yeah.
It
was great.
It's interesting how things were traded back and forth. So
yeah, so it was actually a really close game, not just in the points at the end, but just the way Ben and I were playing it.
Every round, Rob was sweating.
Or you too.
Yeah, we were both sweating.
If I could do this to it.
That just order of activation was so important of what to do first, because if you do it here, you're sacrificing another ship over there for the retaliation. So. Fantastic fleet, and then I'm glad I picked this mission the first time running it, but just because it really increased the
difficulty
of the play for sure. So, just as a reminder, go and get your question in in the comments below for the giveaway for the Invisible Hand expansion provided by Garrett Vance. And let me know for this video your favorite Imperial small ship and how you like to run them, the loadouts, etc. Like I said again, mine is Iden on the Corvus Raider 2.
Which obviously you proved.
This was on the Raider 1, but I like the Raider 2 so that you can get the heavy ion emplacements, weapons, battery tech, so you can turn the crits into the actions and the crits. It basically guarantees you're getting the cook off every time you shoot. Almost guarantees. I'm not saying you shoot, but anyway, it's very high probability you can get those cook off. That's why I like running her that way, as like my forward ship that drains the shields, and then my big Star Destroyer comes in,
takes it out.
So, let me know what your favorite is in the comments below to enter you in for the giveaway. And thanks you guys for watching. Hope you're entertained. And Rob, great game.
Great game, Ben.
Close games are always the best.
Yes, this was one of them.
Yes, very close game. And keep those lists coming in, guys, so we can keep featuring them on the show.
Yes, please.
So until next time, take it easy.